Finn and the Feather of the Sky Hawk. In the quiet village of Windermere, nestled between grassy hills and blooming meadows, lived a curious boy named Finn. He was always watching the clouds and listening to the wind, convinced that the sky held secrets no one else could hear. One breezy morning, as Finn sat on his rooftop watching the swallows dance, a silver feather floated down from the sky and landed in his lap. It shimmered like moonlight and hummed softly in his hand. Etched on the stem was a message. "Return me to the skyhawk, and your heart's question shall be answered." Finn's heart skipped. Ever since he was little, he had wondered why he often dreamed of flying. So real, he'd wake up with wind in his hair and the taste of clouds on his tongue. Now he had a clue. He packed a small bag, a loaf of honey bread, a compass that barely worked, and the feather wrapped in soft cloth. His dog, Tillo, barked once and trotted behind him. They followed the wind north, past rustling fields and sleepy towns. People they met spoke in whispers about a high peak where the clouds sang, where the skyhawk was said to live. Days passed. The wind grew colder, the hills steeper. Finn climbed the Windspire Mountains until he reached the summit, where the stars felt close enough to touch. There, a nest of woven starlight and branches waited. In it stood the skyhawk, wings wide as sails, eyes like deep pools of sky. Finn stepped forward, heart pounding, and held out the feather. The skyhawk bowed. "You've brought my voice back," he said in a voice like thunder and song. "In return, I shall give you flight." The hawk touched Finn's shoulders with his beak, and suddenly the boy felt light, lighter than thought. Feathers sprouted on his back, and he rose into the sky with Tillo barking excitedly below. Finn soared over valleys and lakes, laughing with joy. The wind welcomed him like an old friend. He returned to Windermere days later, the feather now woven into his scarf. He didn't fly again, but every now and then, children would see him standing on a hill, staring at the clouds, smiling, as if remembering. And whenever the wind rustled through the grass, it sounded like wings beating far, far above.